Good morning, learners. How are you today? I hope everyone is fine today. Welcome to my zone online school. My name is Mrs. Mudabeti. Our theme for this week is about local media. But before I introduce our topic for today, let us sanitize our hands. Spray it through, rub it in nicely, rub out, and between your fingers. That's it. Our lesson for today will be on word construction, reading comprehension, and nouns. Okay, grade 2s, are you there with me? Please come with me to page 26. On page 26, we are going to enjoy writing words. We will use the alphabets which are given to us as a reminder of the alphabets to write our words. You use the alphabet below and write your words as indicated below. If you are next to someone or your neighbor, don't copy their answers. You can come up with your own words. Are we together? So you have to write for me the 2-letter words on the left and the 3-letter words on the right. Now, what do we mean by 2-letter words? The 2-letter words are the words which are only comprises of 2 letters of the alphabet. We can have an example of words like on. How do we write on? Can you come with me to the chalkboard and see how we can write the 2-letter words? Let's get an example on the chalkboard. Two-letter words, we can write on. It's having only 2 letters, the O and the N. What other words can I come up with? Up. It's also having only 2-letter words. So in short, a word that is 2-letter words, it just means you have to find a word that is having only 2 letters of the alphabet. So there are many of them. You can go on until the end of that page. And what about the 3-letter words? 3-letter words are also simply means to write a word that is comprising of only 3 letters of the alphabet. Words like leg, my leg, it's having only 3 letters. What about my eye? Let's see how we write eye. It's also having only 3 letters. We can go on and go on writing the words which are having 3 letters. Are we together? A cup as well. So find more words of 2 letters and 3 letters. That is what we mean on that page. Okay, grade 2s, enjoy writing your words. Now I'm going to take the grade 3s with me to page 27, where we are going to read a comprehension and then we are going to answer. We have a story there of a new mobile. We are going to read this story and we are going to answer the questions that follows. Now let's read together. You follow with me at home. Alan's wife bought him an iPhone for his 5th birthday. Something he has been reluctant to buy for years. He loved his old mobile because it was not complicated to use. For the first time in his life, he can take pictures, record videos, access the internet, download his maps, play music, and send and receive text messages using the latest apps like WhatsApp. Sadly, Alan has no idea how to use all the features on his new iPhone. He decided to sit down and read all the instructions, but he found them so difficult. He did not understand them. He read the instructions a second time, but as before, nothing made sense. Alan's wife told him to ask a friend at work to show him how to use his new mobile, but Alan does not want to ask for help. He hates the idea that his co-workers might think he is not good with technology. Now let's answer the questions. The first question says, what was Alan given on his birthday? What was he given? You just have to go back to your passage again if you have forgotten what you have read. Read it again. Number 2, how old was he? It's also in the passage. Don't scratch your head. Just go back to the passage. Read it again. Number 3, what was his problem? Read it again. Number 4, did the instructions help? Read it again. You will get the answers in the passage. Number 5, will Alan ask for help? Number 6, do you think it is necessary to have a cell phone? And why? Now you have to think and you have to answer this question. Do you think it is necessary? Is it important to have a cell phone? And why do you think it is so? So answer that one according to what you think about a cell phone yourself. Okay. Now let's go over to page 28 with the grade 2s. I hope the grade 2s are still here with me. All right. Now we are going to look at the pictures and we read the words and complete the word puzzle. But before we do that, I would like to introduce you a bit to the communication tools. These tools that we see on this page, I have some of them with me here, and I would like to show them to you there at home. I'm sure most of you have seen them, and you don't know what they are used for, or you may know what they are used for. But for those ones who would like to come with me and check with me what I have here, please check with me the communication tools that we may use when we want to communicate or to talk to someone. Okay? So here with me on the table, I have this. Do you know what is this? It has got numbers. There are numbers here. And I have this, which I put on my ear when I talk. I cannot lift this one and walk around with it or carry it in my handbag. This is mainly used in the house, fixed at one place, or in the office. It rings and I answer as such. What is this? It's a telephone. It is a telephone. Many of you have it, but some of you are not having it. As nowadays, we only have, most of us, we have got these ones. What is that? This one is a cell phone. This one, I can take it anywhere, wherever I go. I can keep it in my pocket or in my handbag. It rings wherever I go. This is a cell phone. All right. I can communicate with it. And sometimes we can be in a remote area where it is far, but we still have to listen to the information about COVID-19 on the news. And I have got this one. Do you know what is this? You just sit and listen to the news from this one. This is a radio. You tune it there and there, you put it on and off. You just need the batteries and you can walk around with it to listen to the news wherever you are and update yourself on the COVID-19. Okay. And for those that can read, we also use newspapers. This is a newspaper. Every day we receive news to update ourselves with the current affairs, what is going on in our country, what is going on in the whole world. We can update ourselves with the newspapers. We read and we get the information. Okay. Those are the communication tools that I wanted you to see. We also have televisions. For some of those who are in town, mostly where there is electricity, they have televisions. Okay, a television, in short, we always call it a TV. That TV when you can watch things live, that is a television. It's also a communication tool because It shows us what is happening. It updates us on every information that is very important. Are we together? Okay, so I have all the communication tools that we will need today on page 28. Okay, now check with me on page 28. All the communicating tools are there, and we are going to enjoy doing this puzzle together. Now, the names of the communicating tools are up there in the block. There's a table on top there. The names are there. TV, in short of the television. You just say TV. Okay? And we have a radio, a newspaper, a magazine, a computer, a telephone. All right. Okay. Now you have to find how to put that word in each block here in order for you to read the word correctly. And the clue will be given to you by a picture. Once you check a picture and you check down there under how many letters of each of these communication tools, it will also help you. The first one is done for you, number 1. They have done for you the one on top there, the cell phone that I have just shown you. We call it a smartphone because the numbers are just inside. It's just a screen where you have to press in order to write your message. Okay, so they have written it downwards for you, smartphone. Now, what about number 2? Look at this on number 2. It looks like it's a book. It also gives us information. We also get some information from there, some news, what happens there in the other place, in the other place in the world or in our own country. What is that? It has started for you with a M and a A. Now the rest of the letters, you have to put them in order to finish this word. Which one do you think is the correct word there from the table above? Is it a TV? Is it a radio, newspaper, magazine, computer, and telephone? So finish it up. And number 3 also, it starts with a R. So what is that? And the picture is there at the end. Find it out and finish the letters that are left. Number 4, it's a T, and only one letter is left. Number 5, it starts with a N, a N there, and there are some letters which are left here, and on the middle there is a P, and the other letters are also left there, and it's there at the end. What is that? Fill the other letters to make the correct word. Number 6, it's here also. On the middle here, it's having a O. And what letter is missing at the beginning? And once you find that, you will be able to finish the other letters and make the correct word. And the last one is a T. It starts with a T, and 2 letters are missing, and they gave you an E again, and then the other letters are missing. The picture is at the end. Finish it up also by writing the missing letters to make the correct word again. Okay, I hope you enjoy that one, grade 2. Now I'm going to take the grade 3s over to page 29. Okay, so on page 29, we are going to look at gender. What is gender? Okay, gender is the state of being male or female, whether you are a girl or you are a boy. That is what we call gender. Okay, all right, so now let's look at the words that are following. Sometimes we don't want to use a word male or female, but there are some other special words that we can use for male and female. We refer to male, which are the man side, the boy side, as masculine. And we refer to the girl side, the women side, the female side, as feminine. So masculine refers to the boys' side, and feminine refers to the girls' side. Are we together? So our gender, we only have two gender. It's either you are a male or you are a female. You are a girl or you are a boy. Are we together? That is what gender means. Okay. So we are given two tables there with two columns. The first table there, we are given the side of the masculine gender, and we have to find the feminine gender. Men. All right. Okay, now let's try and find the answers. All right. The female side is given on the first one, and the male side is empty. Fill it in. Fill the boy side. Men. Okay, and on the second block, the male side, which is the boy side, is the one which is given. And the female side, which is the girl side, is missing. You have to fill it in. Okay, so let's do the first one together and see if you can also go and search more and find the others. Okay, now we are given the first word there is a duck. Is a duck, that is a female. Is a girl. If it's a boy, then we'll say it's a what? Then we say it's a drake. A drake. A cow is a female. If it is a boy side, we say it's a bull. A widow, someone who lost a husband, it's a woman. We say she is a widow. And a boy side, we say he's a widower. So I also want you to finish up the others. A witch, a hind, hostess, miss, iwi, and a door. Can you please find for me the boy side and finish out? How do we call this side of the gender? The next block also, they have given us the male side, and now we are looking for the female side. They've given us the boy side, and we want the girl side. How do we call them in the girl side? The feminine. Sir. Sir is a male. It's a boy side. It's a man, a big man. We say sir to respect them. What about if it's a female, if it's a woman? We'll say it's madam. Madam. Okay. Bachelor is a boy who is not married, or a man who is not married. What about a woman or a girl who is not married? We say she is a bachelorette. Bachelorette. Stallion refers to a horse, which is a male. It's a stallion. What about the female horse? We say it's a mare. It's a mare. Now I want you to find out also the rest of the words here. A hero is a man. What about a female? A peacock, colt, monk, fox, and nephew. What about the female side? Please find for me, search and fill in the answers. I'll check with you there. Okay, still on the gender, we'll continue with the next one. The next exercise, the genders are put in the sentences. All right. Okay. So let's try the first one, and then you are going to do the rest. I want you to search for me all the words which are in bold. The words which are in bold represent genders, and you have to change that gender to the opposite gender. So, for example, in each sentence, change the masculine. Remember the masculine? These are boys, the boy side. Change the masculine noun to the feminine gender. The feminine is a female, the girl side. So each word which is bold is in masculine, is in male gender. Now change it to a female. If it was a girl or if it was a woman, how will you call that word? Or how will you call that gender? Number one, the proprietor of the guest house welcomed every guest. The proprietor is the word which is bold in that sentence. So, the proprietor is the owner of the guest house. Proprietor refers to an owner. Is the owner of the guest house. So this one is a man. What about if it was a woman? We're going to say what? So you change this sentence, rewrite it, but change the proprietor to the feminine gender, to a woman gender. So we will say the proprietress of the guest house welcomed every guest. That is what you are going to write in the next sentence. Everything stays the same, only change the bold word. Are we together? So you do the second one as well. A beautiful peacock strutted about the garden. A beautiful peacock strutted about the garden. Now I want you to change peacock. Peacock is a masculine, is a male side. What about if it was a female? You change that word. You are going to rewrite that sentence in the line given there. You will say a beautiful peon strutted about the garden. So now do the rest as well by changing the bold words. Okay, so we continue with the third exercise. Now we are going to change as well. We are going to complete the sentences by using a noun of the opposite gender to the noun that is in bold type again. So we have the same exercise also there. So I just want you to change all the words which are in bold and change them to the opposite gender. You have to find out what type of gender is this which is given in the bold. If it is a female, you change it to the male, from masculine to feminine. If it is in feminine, you change it to masculine. So it's just vice versa. You change, if it's male, change to female. If it is boy, change to girl. That is what I'm saying. So just check the words which are in bold. Mr. Brown keeps 10 pigs, 2 bulls, and 8. So, now, can you change the gender, which is bold there? Can you change the gender, which is bold there? All right. So 10 pigs. The boy pigs will say they are bulls. What about the female pigs then? So that will be sows. Sows. Now do the second one as well. A drake swam downstream while the waddled along the bank with her ducklings. The drake is a what? What is a drake? A drake is a male duck. Is a male duck. So now if you have to find the female one, what are you going to say? Okay, so you are going to fill in the correct gender in the line there. So you do the same with number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. By just checking the word that is bold. It's the one that you have to change to the correct gender. Let's go over to page 30 with the grade 3s. Look at the picture and words and write, which means of communication do you like most? Do you most like? Draw one in the clouds. You have the communication tools which are here under, which are given. Remember we did them. We gave them the names also. So now you know which one do you think is your favorite, the one that you like most. I want you to choose from these ones and draw it nicely and neatly in those 2 clouds above them. And then check again, which of these means of communication do you have in your bedroom? Which one do you think or do you know that you have? It's the one that you always use. It's the one that you must have in your bedroom. So which one of those? Is it the first one, which is a telephone? Do you have a telephone in your bedroom? Do you have a television in your bedroom? Do you have a radio, maybe a small radio? Do you have a newspaper in your bedroom? Maybe when your mother or your father bought a newspaper, when they are done reading, you always collect them and put them in your room so that you can also read. Okay. And do you have excuse me, the last one is a television and the second one is a computer. So which one do you have? Do you have a computer in your room? Remember, nowadays, most of the people don't use computers, but they have laptops at home. So if you have a laptop, it's the same as a computer. So you can say, I have a computer, because a laptop also can be referred to as a computer, but the laptop you can walk around with. Okay, so you just have to fill in here the names of those ones that you have in your bedroom, or the ones that you always use at home. Fill them in. After you have done that, you must find their names in this word search, which is below. Find the means of communication below. All those communication tools that we have learned, I want you to find them here in this word search. They are there. Just find them and you circle them, and you should be able to read them. I have already seen one in front of me here. Are you together with me? If you are following with me, there is one which is just visible in my eyes. I have seen radio already. Just circle it and find for me also a telephone, a computer, radio, newspaper. You can find them here. They are all inside there, or a TV. All right. I hope you have enjoyed the lesson for today about communication tools that we have learned and the gender. I hope you have enjoyed the lesson of today about communication tools and gender. Please do your part, do your work. After you have done your work, please hand in your booklets to your teachers for marking so that you can check your progress. Okay, let me remind you again of the COVID-19. You must keep the proper following distance from the people. Okay, 1.5 meter or 1 meter, that is the correct one. If you have that one, then you are at the safest place. And make sure you always put your mask, if you have a mask, when you are walking around or you are among other people. And wash your hand with soap most of the time. And remember, if you have the sanitizer, always sanitize your hands. Take it with me if you have it at home. Spray inside of your hand. Rub it nicely out and between. Stay active, run around, but do your work. Now we are going to call Zoshi to say our goodbye, friends.
Hi everyone, my name is Zoshi. I'm back. And you can always stay active throughout the lockdown. You can play with your friends, but keep your distance. Like me.